Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead tarot scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Your key to the week this week is the Strength card. In your heart of hearts, in the depths of who you are this week, something is going to bubble up. Some either secret desire is making itself known or is making itself more present. And the reason I say this is because your Strength card really does represent the heart. It's the core of you. It's what you have the guts, the courage, or the energy and the passion to really go after. And very often, in order to reach those things, we have to really kind of be honest about wanting them. This could be a week where you really are starting to tap into your own personal flow. And it could also be a week where you are, it's like, you know what, I'm feeling the fear, as they say, feel the fear and do it anyway. This could be a week where you really are doing that, where it's like, you know what, I know this might not work. I know this may, you know, whatever the stuff is around this thing that you truly want or desire, you're putting that to the side and you're making your strength, your courage and your wisdom work for you. This could also be a time of really accepting that some big goal, dream or desire is more than okay for you to want, and even more, you know, especially even more okay to have. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, if you should so choose, and it resonates, hit the subscribe button for your cards. I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and options this week, you have the Chariot card. So Chariot coupled with Strength, this is a sequence of numbers because the Chariot is 7, the Strength is 8. But as an options card, this is about you really ramping everything up a gear. This is, you know, you're switching it on, you're getting into gear, you're getting your butt into gear, as they say. What this also suggests as well, this could be a week where you are connecting with people that challenge you in the right way or push you in the right way. So there's something here where you're kind of getting that oomph behind you to start making things happen. With the Chariot card, I think this is you not only saying to yourself, yes, this is what I want, but I think this is for a lot of you kind of saying, you know what, I know where I'm stopping myself. I know where I'm holding myself back. I know what it is that I need to work on. And rather than just knowing it and saying, okay, well, now I know, that's like half the battle won. That's what a lot of people do. This is you actually putting foot to butt and getting on with it. Like, this is you tapping into that action energy and getting on with it or getting something moving. So I'm really liking this. In terms of your options, this week, I think you're going to start to say to yourself, you know what, there's too much on the table. Yes, even you, Gemini, once in a while will streamline things. Gemini loves to have options. They love to go in different directions and to have the opportunity to do so. But this week, I actually feel like you're getting a lot more focused. So it's kind of like, okay, you know what? All of these things will also get me to where I want to be, but I'm going to choose this one path. There's something here where you really are starting to dig in on one way of doing something. And that, when you start to really streamline it and focus on one thing, that's when magic starts to happen. For your communications and conversations you have, the Hanged Man. So look, this is a hard one for Geminis because you guys love to talk, you love to communicate, you love to bounce ideas around and stuff. This week, however, sorry, that was my knee. It keeps clicking like that. I'm worried that my leg's going to fall off. At some point though, or not even at some point, like this week, and maybe this is where the focus is coming from. You're very focused this week, and because of that, it's like you're not communicating much, you're not talking much. You know, anyone that knows you is probably going to be like, okay, you're really quiet, is everything okay? Like, and you're like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm just really in my zone. Keep that focus, keep that determination, keep that, because that's what's going to bring you your victory. But more importantly, your communications are slowing down this week because you're taking that energy that you usually put into that and putting it into what you're focused on at this moment in time. You've got the Hanged Man with the Strength card. The Strength card is about tapping into your heart of hearts, and that aligns with the universal energies. The Hanged Man card is, because it is a card of delays and challenges. Remember, your ruler Mercury is retrograde. but will go direct right at the end of this week. On the 2nd of October, Mercury will go direct. But for that reason, because it's slowing down, obviously, to come literally to a stop and then go direct, this might be a week where communication really does die down, and it gives you that moment to really reflect and come out of the gate strong this week. So for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, I think this is going to get you, this week is likely to see you getting really serious about the path that you want your studies to take. Even if you're only in the first year of whatever studies you're doing, this might be a time where you say to yourself, no, actually, you know what? Once I've got this degree, this is where I plan to take it. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, look, to say that this week could potentially bring, like, in some way, shape or form, this week, if you are employed by somebody else, you might have one of those experiences where it's kind of like, you just have to take one for the team, all right? Don't get disheartened about this. Take it on the chin, keep it moving. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this hyper vigilance and focus is coming from a very spiritual place this week. And if you allow yourself to open up to it, even for those of you that aren't necessarily so spiritual and all the rest of it, if you allow yourself to open up to it this week, truly you can have some amazing insights that genuinely push you further ahead than you have been in a while. For those of you that are family member, for those of you that are retired and no longer working, when it comes to family, for a lot of you, you could really be sorting through some of the challenges or emotional stuff around familial ties this week, which actually is not a bad thing. For your love and relations, you've got the Five of Pentacles. Okay, look, to be honest with you, with everything else that you have going on, love really is not a priority this week. There's nothing wrong with that. You've got this, however, with the Chariot card. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, there could be a problem or an issue with your partner's car this week that could end up costing you money or resources. It could also be as well that when it comes to communications in relationships, there's something here that's going away. For a select few of you, and you'll know if I'm talking to you, this could potentially be a week where a relationship comes to an end, where you decide, you know what, I'm surrendering this. I'm choosing to step away from this because I feel like I'm giving too much. I'm not getting enough in return. This could also be as well, if you are in a relationship, maybe this is a time where you say to yourself, you know what, things are uneven, things are unbalanced at the moment, and I need them to be more so. For those of you that are, I already mentioned, yeah, for those of you that are single, honestly, there could be a flirtation or a dalliance, but not much else. For your money and materials, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So you've got two sevens here. Two sevens represents news. So patience, diligence, hard work and effort when it comes to the resources this week. You could get a little payout. You might even be invited to maybe not to the table for something, but you might, yeah, maybe you're having a meeting or a discussion. Maybe somebody's offering you some work or some kind of business. I'm not convinced 100% that this is something for you. So just, you know, obviously use your own discernment, especially because it falls underneath the Hanged Man. So it's like whatever you're being sold, you're not 100% clear on anyway. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is your neck, your throat, and your lower, like the lower bottom part of your jaw. For, you know, so look after that. And then obviously when it comes, and your voice as well. If you work in any sort of capacity where your voice is important, like myself, then this was a really a week where you want to look after it. When it comes to your home and environment, for some of you, this could literally be decisions, conversations about property investing. For some of you, this could also be discussions about where you are putting your money and whether it is actually doing what it says on the tin. So if you've, you know, bought into, I don't know, an account because it's going to give you such and such amount of interest, is it actually performing? If not, maybe it's time to start shopping around. When it comes to the home though, for a lot of you, you could be thinking about doing something to the home, putting money or resources into the home in some way. So, or maybe even for some of you, you're beautifying the garden or the external aspect of your home. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.